Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily Monday Motivation. It's Des here. Looking forward to a brand new week. Hopefully you are. Hopefully you've had a great weekend, whatever you were doing. Hope you made the most of it. I had a pretty decent one, I said, on Wake Up to Walk. That was really looking forward to a quiet one, using that extra bit of time that lockdown generally gives us to take a bit of time back. Although that said, I'm really pleased with myself yesterday. Managed to get out, ran 10 miles with a friend, so that was really pleasing, and it capped off a really good week of exercise for me personally. Managed to do 5k every day. Set myself a small challenge of doing that whilst lockdown's on, just to keep myself going, looking forward rather than back at what we can't do, looking at what I can do, and it was really pleasing to get that first week in the bag. That said, got a little niggle, but it's not too bad. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to take it easy today, just out for a walk, and then once the video's uploaded, once the episode's gone live, I'll be out there getting a 5k run in. Just decided to run with Kay, so we're going to take it easy and ease ourselves in, but it's important to get out there, and I'll come back to why it's important a little bit later. I always say never miss a Monday, so definitely not going to do that today. Every week at this time, what I try to do is let people know what we've got available, and of course we start tomorrow with Tuesday training. Really looking forward to that again. The solidarity session goes without saying, absolutely brilliant. Lots of the guys get involved, really enjoy taking part, whether it's running, walking, cycling, at whatever pace you can do. It's not about the others and keeping up or actually being part of that group right now. It's about doing something in solidarity, virtually, in your own space. But what we try to do is do that at 6:30 to encourage people to keep to a little bit of structure through the Do Running City Slickers group. We normally run at that time. What we've got there is a group that sort of work off the absolute slowest pace, the beginners, the people who are just getting involved, and it creates a really nice environment with some experienced guys that can do lots of different things. It's just a great session, and lots of the guys through lockdown have really used that. And if you've not managed to get out on a Monday, it's the perfect opportunity to get stuck into the activity we offer as a group. All that encouragement and support. Of course, we look for you guys to post your pictures up if you can, and we'll share them across the story with the intention of inspiring and motivating others. Further to that, we've got the Wednesday workout challenge last week. Really enjoyed that. Set the challenge of people taking part in the Poppy Run. Again, you could get involved whichever way you want. It was actually a paid event, which earned a medal and a t-shirt. Another small win at the weekend was my medal and t-shirt arriving on Saturday. So I got to run in that yesterday as well on Remembrance Sunday. It had poppies all over it and the wording. So just a nice touch, something to make the run even more worthwhile. So that was great. I'll be looking to do something along the same lines through the Do Running Trent Bridge group, where it all began. I say that all the time. We've got a real strong social element to what we do. It's not just about meeting up to do activity when we can in normal times. It's about meeting up, the chatting before and after, and sharing experiences of what we get from what we do. And that's really important. So I'll be looking to set some kind of challenge. Sometimes it's competitive, sometimes it's about working as a team. It's just using some of those elements that people get so much from to give us that perfect midweek motivation, which is really important, isn't it? And I'm not going to dwell on it because I think it's really important not to, but this week being the first week back in lockdown, that's the last I'm going to say on the matter. It's important to really push on, really remember what worked last time, and give ourselves the opportunity to get through this by doing things we want to do, by doing things that are beneficial, whether it's physically, mentally, or just something to sort of break up the monotony of what's going on around us. And the Wednesday workout provides that perfect motivation to do that. Of course, moving on to Thursday, we've got Thursday Thoughts, your opportunity to ask me questions, anything you want, anything about the situation, about favourite music, anything at all about activity. Of course, last week, the throwback question, I always sort of throw one back for you guys to get involved in so I can read them out the following week, was which piece of music is typically reminding you of 2020. Don't want to dwell on the year either, as well as lockdown, but is there something that sticks in your mind? I got a question from one of the guys saying, which piece does it for me? I'll answer that on Thursday, but he was saying that he can't always look on the bright side out of his head. So it's a perfect way to sort of just tell people how other people are approaching things, what they like, what they do. You know, it's just a great opportunity to get involved. Like I say, keep posting those questions. Love getting those. I love doing the little bit of research, thinking about them, giving out my opinion. You know, it's nothing too much. Say it every week. You know, it's not rocket science. It's not anything that's going to confuse anyone. All we're looking to do is encourage people to get involved, even at the lowest level. You know, just to get involved in what we do. Realise there's nothing to be scared of. You know, everything's relative to the individual. So if you can use what we do in here, you know, if you can use my information, little snippets, little nuggets, you know, things that other people have told me that I can pass on, you know, that's all I'm trying to do, and that's all I want you to get from it. It's just little bits of information that might encourage you to do the things that so many of us get so much from. That's what Do Running and Do Daily is all about. And then of course on Friday it's Wake Up to Walk. Loved it last week. Got to walk around the city centre again. Really misty, really cold as well. It's been misty ever since, it seems, but it's not too cold now, so it's still the perfect opportunity to get out. But again, this week might be a little bit dark, but I'll be looking for somewhere else to go, you know, just to sort of let you know what I'm doing, waking up to walk, attacking the day, giving it a great start. And that's really important for me, and it's been really important for me throughout this whole period, throughout the time I've been doing Do Daily, is to use that Friday morning to create some great routines. Personally, been trying to get up early, and it all sort of leads back from that, you know, just by doing it on that one day, because I have to, I made myself accountable, I tell people I'm going to do it. You know, I've managed to get into a much better routine with getting up early and really attacking the day, and also I'm getting out there for my activity. By the time I've done it, got the video uploaded, had a coffee and some breakfast, I feel like I'm winning at the day already. You know, I feel like I've took that steep curve. You know, I'm already sort of on track to sort of get exactly what I need to get from the day. And what it also does, it gives me a bit of time on my own to sort of ponder my thoughts, think about, reflect on what I've said during the week and Do daily, think about what I'm going to do the following week and start planning. And that's really important, is it? Of course, then we look forward to another weekend. I must just say, the Saturday selfie was absolutely brilliant this week. So many people getting out. Again, sort of repeating myself a little bit, but I think it's important to say that I think people have realised now exactly where we are, the confusion of tiers and this and that and what level we're at. I think people now realise where we are and how important it is to get that activity in. Lots and lots of pictures posted. I post them in the closed Facebook group and across the story. Check out those links at the end of the video. Have a look. So much fun had, you know, so much activity done and so much epic stuff. It's not all about that epic stuff, as I've already said. It's just about getting out there and getting involved. So if you can join us in any of that, please do. It's really, really important, you know, to really attack it. I said at the start of the video, you know, Monday motivation. We're not going to talk about lockdown and the things that's creating, because a couple of weeks ago I made 3 points about why it was important how it was important to attack a new lockdown. And the first one was to remember what we've done. We spoke in depth about that. The second one was to remember what we can do, and the third one, which I've not spoke too much about, was not worrying too much about what people say. You know, it's really, really important, and I think ultimately we make our own decisions. And whilst I'm still here encouraging people to do the things, I understand it's important to listen and take on advice and learn and to develop yourself. You know, we don't always have the answers, we don't always understand. It's also really important not to worry too much. There's lots of people out there with opinions and making assumptions or preconceptions. You know, if I sort of at times in my life I've experienced that, and we've all done it at certain times, you know, but what I'm doing now is something where I'm getting out of my comfort zone, you know, something I want to do, to develop, to move forward. Each time I talk about something different. I'm getting out of my comfort zone, you know, because I'm no expert in this. I just want people to sort of understand the journey I've taken from being in a bad place, as it were, to sort of taking on activity, taking on board lots of inspiration and advice from others and moving forward. And one of the things I've learned recently more than anything is not to worry too much. Even right now, I'm conscious of people around me, I'm conscious of people sort of listening in. People always want to know what you're doing when you're outside talking, but it's important to remember that as long as you're doing what you want to, that's the most important thing. People will always sort of judge and ask why. Do you know, I come from a world what's not used to sort of men talking out, you know, and we all know that men are particularly bad, but everybody struggles sometimes to speak out and sort of do the things they do. What we're trying to do is give that comfortable environment where, yes, it might be, and initially it might be a tough step to get out that comfort zone, but if you don't worry what people are saying, if you don't worry, sorry, spider dropped down in front of me, if you don't worry about what people think, then if you throw yourself into it, do you know, all them things I've just said there, if you throw yourself into just one or two or all of it, do you know, you'll realise at the end of the week what it can do for you, how much achievement you can get, how much satisfaction, how much you'll feel better sort of in terms of health, mental health, physical health, you know, all them endorphins will be flowing. So if you can get at it, guys, like I say, don't worry too much what people are saying. What's happening is happening. Do you know, we've got no choice on how we sort of face this for the next couple of weeks, but what we have got a choice on is getting out there and getting active. Do you know, with the guys that Get Out, Get Active Nottingham, all I'm looking to do is encourage people to be part of something where we understand it's not easy to be part of a community, but with a nice approach, you know, a welcoming approach, you know, ways of getting involved, which is not directly, of course, right now, not directly meeting up, but being involved in the community where you can just sort of feel your way in, like I say, whether it's getting out there for a run and posting a picture with Monday motivation or getting involved later on in the week with a question. It's absolutely your choice. What I will say is keep watching. Do you know, this is always developing. There's always things I'm trying to work on, but it's really important this week, like I say, just don't get bogged down with what other people are saying. There's lots of opinion out there about this, that and the other. Do you know, things are really tense. But if you take on board what people want to do for you and the support you can get, you know, before you know it, you'll be feeling fantastic and wanting more of the same. So, never miss a Monday. Start today. Get out there for a walk. It is a bit misty and murky. It's a bit grey, but like I say, it's not cold. Get for a walk around the block. Do you know, even if it's something at home, few press ups. Do you know, bouncing a ball, anything. Do you know, it's just important to keep moving forward. Do you know, because that's all we do. And when we're moving forward with intention. And the more we do that, we'll get through the situation, we'll come through the end of it, and we'll all be better for it. We'll all be driving forward and brushing off whatever anybody thinks. You know, Mondays are so important to sort of really hit hard. Do you know, like I say, once you feel you've done it, do you know, you're into it. The hardest bit sometimes is taking those first steps with absolutely anything. Take the first steps today. Get out there, do some activity. If not, love to see you for the solidarity session tomorrow in that yellow top, or listening to that Do Running playlist, or whatever you can. You know, look that up, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. Did a post today about how music can inspire us. Do you know, sometimes the talking has to stop and we have to make those decisions for ourselves, and that's another key point in listening to what other people are saying, but not worrying too much. You take from this and whatever else people are saying to you absolutely what you need. Do you know, if it's encouragement to get activity, if it's a new playlist to get inspired by, please take it on board, but ultimately make up your own mind. Till tomorrow, guys, the solidarity session, just doing it.